right, I'm here with a Columbia
Columbia University.
film student, a film graduate student, right?
Yes.
And Columbia's a great school. My son went to NYU, and we're just comparing. I was hoping that the tuition police weren't here, but I just saw them in the lobby, so this interview will go quickly, I think. The movie is Fish, a narrative, 10-minute English, my favorite language. And welcome, Andrew. Andrew Ruiz, first time here at the Hamptons Film Festival?
It is. It's a real pleasure to be here. I grew up in New Jersey and New York, so I've been aware of this festival pretty much as long as I've been a filmmaker, and to be invited is just huge for me. So
Well, that's great. We've been with the festival for 24 years. It's 20. And how old are you, sir?
I'm in my 30s.
Oh, good. I figured. I said, Jesus. Probably when you were in the cradle, we were frightening you with the film festival stuff. But the narrative. What made you select this work? First of all, just give a thumbnail synopsis of it.
Sure. So Fish is the story of a father and son who are emigrating back to Mexico after the mother passes away, and the son has a pet betta fish that he can't take with him, so he gives it away to the neighbor boy, and then in the middle of the night has a change of heart, steals it back, tries to smuggle it on the airplane, and gets caught. And it puts Dad in a position where he has to choose between following the rules or trying to repair this fractured relationship with his son. And we do all that in 10 minutes.
It's amazing, and that's a very compelling thing. My sons once won a little goldfish at a street festival in New York, and it was about the size of your fingernail. So I think there were three of them. And ultimately, one survived, and we had to put it in a 30-gallon tank, and it was about this big. And we traveled everywhere with that thing. So we would leave our home in Brooklyn to come out east. It would go in suspended animation and cracked ice. And it was like a near death. Yeah, we sort of mimicked traveling to Mars. And the fish would end up here in East Hampton. And the first couple of hours, it was like listening to one side. And we were giving like emotional support that maybe he didn't make it, Then he came to life, and we were okay until September when we had to go back to Brooklyn, and the whole thing would repeat itself. And he ended up in Brooklyn listening to one side, and and the length of time listening was a little longer each time, and the tanks were getting bigger, so we ended up getting my cousin has a pond here. So he ends up going in a pond, and he was like the capo de tutti capi in this pond with these fish that were like hand-fed koi fish. And this is a Brooklyn-bred, street festival guy, So it was pretty amazing. But he ruled the roost. So this whole thing, was it kind of autobiographical in your?
In a sense, I wanted to tell a story about loss that wasn't grand and sweeping. I feel like a lot of narratives about family loss have a tendency to be very large, and my experience with it is that it's the tiny things that really determine how you come out the other side. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to tell a story about one tiny moment in the midst of this family tragedy, that this father and this son don't know how to relate to each other because this woman who was so important to both of them is now suddenly gone. And
Do you recall your first instance as a child of understanding what death is?
Yeah, I would say probably my grandmother passing away when I was about 9 years old, and then in the midst, actually when we were getting ready to make this film, my father had been sick for a long time, and he passed away very early when we were developing it, and I think that was probably the closest thing I've experienced. So the film sort of took on a deeper meaning for me.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So yeah, the film is dedicated to my father.
Oh, wonderful! What a testament to your father's life. I mean, obviously you did a great job because you turned out so nice. It's really good, I have to go home and beat my children now. No. But it's wonderful that you're actually using your art form to what it's intended to do, to do something beautiful that will last the ages. Again, the narrative Fish, and we do this, we bring these narratives, student narratives, and I guarantee you in a couple of years, maybe not or sooner, you'll be back here with a full-length, full-budget, $100 million production, and I'll be calling you, hey, Fish, remember, come on over and give us an interview, and you will be, receiving the Oscar, no doubt. But I wish you all the best. Again, remember the name, Andrew Ruiz, and the film is Fish, go out and see it, enjoy it. It's available online.
It's not available online because we're still doing our festival run, and we're hoping that at some point we'll be able to distribute it publicly. But we are playing a few more festivals coming up. In New Jersey, we're playing the Rahway International Film Festival in 2 weeks. And then we're really excited because we're going international. We're going to Doha in Qatar in 6 weeks.
Wow, that's something. Well, wishing you all the best, and congratulations. You have a great movie.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.